Strange things are happening at the moment, aren't they? I'm seeing an awful lot of anti-Semitic sort of stuff going around, yeah, and anything that sort of like um, is geared to stir up hatred or distrust for one particular group, you know, is at the very least incredibly suspect. It's usually a form of projection by another group of people who would want to sort of distract you from looking at what they're up to. So we can blame the Jews. Now, Jewish people, right? There, it has, it can be observed that, you know, a lot of the world's financial systems are controlled by Jewish families. A lot of the media is controlled by Jewish families, sometimes the same Jewish families. And so you have the banking, the media, and even sort of like governments and things like that are controlled by Jewish families. That's not the Jewish people, that is Jewish families. And I think we should tackle people on an individual basis and not on group basis, because yeah. And personally, I mean, I've been called a racist more times than I care to remember, and even Marvin, Bristol's paranoid mayor, has called me a racist. But personally, I take as I find on a one-to-one basis. You're either all right or you ain't. I don't give a fuck about what your background is or what your racial background is or anything like that. You're either decent or you're a cunt, and that's how it goes. Yeah. And as my grandfather used to say, arseholes are only arseholes if you let them be. Bullies are only bullies if you let them be. So people say, oh, but one of the good things about that sort of statement, if you say it puts all the power into your court, your personal court, so you can't blame anybody else for what happens to you. So you can't blame an individual and you can't blame the race. Yeah. I just wonder what the root of all this anti-Semitism that is floating around on the interwebs at the moment is, where it comes from, and what's its because you can bet your bottom dollar there's a motivation there, and it isn't to get everybody to hate the Jews specifically. It's for some other nefarious reason. So don't get sucked in, and do try to take people on a one-by-one basis. And if you want to sort out the fact that the banks are run by one particular family, perhaps we should all get together and have a word with them.